Hey guys! Bet you didn't expect to see me back so soon. Well, guess what? I had inspiration. I know, it's fair. So, most of you probably are familiar with Flamon and Strabimon, the depowered forms of the Fire and Light Spirit, and de facto Rookie stages for also both of them. Originally, only Takuya got the privilege of having a canon Rookie form, which she turned into in that one episode that definitely didn't try really hard to be that one episode from Adventures, but failed to land the same emotional depth, but whatever. Eventually they decided to give Koji one too. I'm not 100% sure why or how that happened. I think it was because of a video game, but it exists. He has really pretty cards, and for some reason he's in the Adventures remake. They made a lot of references to Frontiers in the recent animes. Anyways, now naturally you would think that the other spirits would get the same treatment, right? They would also get COSTUM rookies that share a similar lore and design conventions, right? Well, too bad, because Daddy Bandai doesn't give a fuck about those guys. Now, to give them some credit, they did give those for existing Digimon that act as their quote-unquote canon rookies, which make some sort of sense, but come on, surely we can do better than that. Let's start with the one in the main group I didn't already make one for. The Spirit of Thunder. Okay, so here are the ground rules established by those two bozos. The rookies need to be humanoid in form, somewhat match the chosen child's personality or vibe, needs an inherent connection to the element in question, and needs to logically be able to act as both a rookie for the spirits and the legendary warriors. Last one is just a me thing, truth be told, but we are going to stick with it. Again, to give Bandai some credit, those three came close. However, none of them fit the element criteria, and Beermon is honestly just a bit lazy. So, close but sadly no dice. You, on the other hand, can fuck right off. Ugliest cat in the franchise. I don't care, I'm going to be on a hater arc today. Pea yellow flaming Shito ass bitch. Disgusting. Your cute sharp teeth can make up for everything else disappointing about you. And darn it, Blacktailmon was right there. Why didn't they use it? They have used it as a child form before. Why couldn't they just take the freaking wing from it and use it? I despise everything about you. Anyways, the Thunder Rookie, right? Personally, I had a hard time figuring out what to do with this one, because, well, COSTUM is a really solid design. It's almost a perfect match. The only thing it's missing is an inherent connection to its element. Regardless, he isn't going to work for what I am planning. So, what am I planning? Small lore lesson TM here. According to the reference books, the legendary warriors are all ancestors of various Digimon you can encounter these days. And you can see that through line actually with Flamon and Strabimon too. They could absolutely act as believable ancestors to several Fire Digimon and Light Digimon, and especially to Agumon and Gabumon if you really want to go into the details of it all. Anyways, my idea for this was that I can roll with that concept. Rookies that would work as hypothetical ancestors for several Digimon in the verse while also being their own thing. So they should both work as essentially the kids as Digimon and as standalone ancient or normal Digimon which existed in some shape or form at one point in time. Easy enough. For the Thunder Rookie, I decided to take the elements of COSTUM I like while adding some mechanical aspects and a clear connection to the element of thunder. I wanted him to look a bit reminiscent of those abandoned robots from Laputa, the Castle in the Sky. A bridge between technology and nature, an abandoned shell brought back to life via a mystical source of energy. I also decided that the idea of him moving his claws with an electromagnetic field would be really cool and add to that feeling. Like, parts of him are missing. Again, I made it that you could realistically believe he could be related to several bug-like Digimon, while also believing that he could technically be Junpei as a Digimon. Fulgurimon seemed like an appropriate name for him. Yeah, I know, technically it means lightning, but Frontier really never makes that distinction 100% clear. And little fun fact, Blitzmon is named after the German word for lightning, not thunder. Next up, the Wind Rookie. Like I already mentioned, I already made a costume design for her before, but well, first of all, it was a Tinkermon variant. Second, it was made when I was really new to Digifake, so there's a lot of room for improvement. Let me shortly summarize why I don't really enjoy Tinkermon as a rookie. First of all, hair lore. I think Tinkermon is too inherently linked to the status of a reference to Peter Pan. Also, she only has very loose connections to the wind element and generally is just not really my favorite. I don't really like her design, mostly for petty personal reasons, but it just also doesn't really fit the criteria I was looking for. She has grown on me a bit, so since they made her a partner in Digimon New Century, and making her able to digivolve into the recently revealed B/Vesp Digimon line did kind of endear her to me. Anyway, so I took the general concept of my first design and I decided to play around with it. Fun fact, I made this design first and I was still trying to remember how my old Clip Studio Paint workflow worked, so I was kind of fighting for my life here. I wanted her to look a bit more insect-like while still making it clear she is a fairy. I liked the idea of her being a pollinator of sorts, like butterflies and the actual wind are in real life. Fun fact, her wings aren't real. They are attached to a backpack, which is powered by pollen infused with a wind element, something that later becomes Tinkermon's fairy dust. I like the idea that she and Fulgurimon grew up in the same forest and Fulgurimon made that for her. Hair colors were generally hard to figure out. I wanted the purples to be prominent, but also decided to keep a bit of the greens and reds from Tinkermon and generally just try to make all of it work together. Again, I was still figuring out how I used to do things, so she ended up a bit more messy than the rest, but still I'm very pleased with the end result. I ended up with the name Ventismon for her. Next up is Ice. Again, I already technically made him, however, unlike Ventismon, I didn't feel the need to make a drastic redesign. Instead, a small one would be enough, or so I thought. So, what bothers me about the canon one? Beermon is a lazy choice, honestly, that's all there is to it. The entire thought process started and ended with Beer. Not only does that Digimon not really embody any of the things associated with the Ice Spirit, it also just really was a weird choice because there is a relevant Beermon in the Frontier canon, which Tomoki has zero personal connection to. I always saw Kotomon and Beermon as Takuya and Koji parallels, representing their desire to just be friends and not fight all the time, while their bigger brothers were representing Takuya and Koji's inability to get over their pride and find common ground. Tangent aside, my thought process for him was small mammal. I wanted him to be a bit indistinguishable, like you don't quite know what you are looking at, just that it's very cute and very white. I made sure to also change the colors a bit to match Tomoki better, and I added a belt with snowball grenades to keep the whole weapons theme the Ice Spirit has going intact. His fur is stark white and some people think it might be made out of snow, and his tail has a small tip made out of ice, kinda to parallel Flamemon, because of course he would also idolize that Digimon. Nivalismon is the name I ended up with for him, and I think it really suits him. Last but certainly not least, the Rookie of Darkness. So, I won't bore you with another verbal beating of that god-awful abomination. Let's get right into things. Like I said, I already made a Darkness Rookie, but again, like with the others, I was still pretty inexperienced, so I decided to redesign him for this one too, more drastically. My main objective was making him a cat-like Digimon, which also resembled Strabimon a bit, while not being just a straight-on recolor. I didn't want to make a Terriermon and Blobmon 2.0 and call it a day. I was going for a mysterious but cheeky vibe for him, which I think I managed to achieve. The idea of him being a thief of secrets felt very fitting to me. There's smoke emitting from his hood and a wispy black tail made of the same dark smoke emerges from his back. I felt that added to the mysterious vibe I was going for, and also I just thought the idea of him using the darkness element as a way of showmanship would be really endearing and fun. Unlike the others, I didn't put his element symbol anywhere you could see it. I felt it would make sense that he would be hiding it. Honestly, I think he ended up with the most appealing design out of all of them. Definitely the kind of stuff 10-year-old B would have gone crazy over. His name is Roguemon. Deviating from the pattern of having the element referenced in the name, again by design because I felt it would be appropriate for the Digimon associated with secrets to just keep that part of himself a secret. So that marks the end of the video. Again, I hope you really liked it because I liked making it. If you do enjoy my ramblings, please consider subscribing and leaving a comment and giving this video a thumbs up. I also recently made a new Twitter because my old one got nuked. Thanks a lot, Musk. Regardless, you can find that down below in the description with the same links I've been sharing since I started making videos here. So, have a good day. Bye!